Um, Basically this morning or last night, and uploaded and set to premiere within the next 29 minutes, I did a video, an audio video, on the news that broke yesterday, and pretty much the title of this video and the title of the premiere video in 30 minutes is pretty much indicates what that news is. And that news is basically the fact that it's been revealed by Discovery Family. Equestria Daily picked up on this, Hollywood Reporter picked up on this, and various other news outlets have, picked up on this. And that is the fact that on October 12th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, which, knowing how Discovery Family showcases the shows and sometimes movies, will be around 5 Pacific here on the West Coast, unless things change. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic will be airing in a 90-minute format its final 3 episodes. Yeah, the final 3 episodes are going to be treated, according to what Discovery Family is promoting it as a 90-minute series finale. In other words, a movie finale. Yes, they're getting a feature-length 90-minute treatment for the finale. And they're doing it in prime time, which this is something that, when you think about it, rarely is done at times, depending on the popularity of the show. Sometimes a show will get at least an hour finale, maybe at times and occasions an hour and a half. Like Friendship is Magic is getting. But it's very rare. I mean, I think we got a few of these over the past several years for some of the primetime sitcom network shows, but not many. And it's only reserved for shows that become pop culture phenomenons. They get these cult followings, and the best way that the people behind the series initially know of how to thank the fans and really show how much this show has become what it is by giving them a finale that speaks volumes. It basically says, here, this is our way of saying thank you. We're going to give you a finale that's not like your average finale. And 90 minutes is, in prime time, is a big deal, no matter how you look at it nowadays. But yeah, the ending of the end and the last problem are looked at, are going to be compiled together, I should say, as a 90-minute made-for-television feature film that's going to be basically utilized as the finale for the series. The synopsis goes basically along the lines of acknowledging that a villainous alliance, and we know who it is, threatens Equestria, and it's up to Twilight and her friends to save the kingdom. And then it also acknowledges that then years later, Twilight tries to teach a lesson to her student about friendship by looking back at the moments her friends have had with her. So, really interesting take on that. And I do read off the actual synopsis in the audio video. And that's going to premiere within the next 25 minutes. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, yeah, basically, Discovery Family and Hasbro are basically hyping up the final 3 episodes as basically a big deal, to the point that they're giving it that what I call rare treatment of a primetime finale. And it's extremely rare when it comes to animation, because any animated series, whether it was meant for adults, families as a whole, or even kids, this is very rare to get in any shape or form, because it rarely happens. It rarely does happen, because most of the time there's a show that becomes a huge cult, that has a huge cult following and becomes a pop culture phenomenon. Usually that show, when it gets to its finale finally, is a live action show, and it's usually given the primetime treatment of a 90-minute to 2-hour movie. or movie finale, if you will, for the series. Rarely is it done for an animated program unless that animated program has reached the status quo that Friendship is Magic did. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, well, wait a minute, we already know what the episodes are. Why are they doing it this way? Well, it's because I think what somebody's thinking at Discovery Family is people are going to look at possibly these last 3 episodes as a movie. That's what they're going to look at. And I think, in a sense, Hasbro and Discovery Family realized that if they were to go that traditional, okay, here's the 2-part finale back to back 1 week, which would have been like the 12th, and then just the regular individual finale on the 19th, it wouldn't have made any sense. So they pretty much figured, you know what, let's just compile it all together and let's give it a big send-off. And, because I'm pretty sure they realized that if it wasn't for Friendship is Magic, nobody would even know about the Hub or Discovery Family as a whole. So they're basically going to give back to the show itself, as well as give back to the fans to help making Friendship is Magic the phenomenon that it is today. Now, the only question that remains is how are they going to build up to this? Well, basically the day before, according to Equestria Daily and I'm sure other outlets, they do have a behind-the-scenes documentary special set up. And it's set up for about 5 Eastern, 4 Central, which could be about 2 o'clock our time, depending on if things change. And basically, it's going to be called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, A Decade of Pony. And it's going to go behind the scenes of how an extra episode is made. It's going to have interviews with the cast, with Lauren Faust and many others. It's probably going to look at the phenomenon, the fandom that helped make, or we'll probably most definitely will look at the fandom and the phenomenon of the fandom that helped make the show what it is. So it's going to be really interesting. And apparently the cast and the crew are going to share their favorite moments, I guess, from the show and the characters. So it'll be a really interesting look at the show. I don't know if it's going to be 30 minutes. I don't know if it's going to be an hour. But it'll be really interesting on what this, how long this behind-the-scenes documentary is going to last, or going to run for the day before. Now they do give us a synopsis for the Big Mac question. They give us the synopsis that Big Mac and Sugar Belle want to propose to each other, and then when the friends find out, that the friends try to help them out to make it go right, but everything messes up. So something like that. So that's the synopsis in a whole. And again, I read off the right one in the audio version. That will premiere in about less than 20 minutes. So basically that gave us the synopsis there. But now the question is, when we get to October 12th, and we count down to that finale, how is Discovery Family going to do this? Well, one would assume, since I think around that time it's Christopher Columbus weekend, so that might be why they're doing this, because of the holiday weekend, not really sure. But one could assume that because it's the finale and it's being treated as such a big deal, to the point that the last episodes are in prime time, my assumption, and I'm not totally sure about this, but I'm pretty sure we'll get confirmation the closer we get to the 12th, which is a month from now, believe it or not. So that's pretty cool that they made the announcement within a month's time to get people prepared. My assumption is within the next few weeks, we're going to get some kind of clarification of Discovery Family maybe dedicating the whole day to nothing but pony, where you get not just the finales of each season, maybe even the 2-parters, but you also get perhaps some of the best episodes. You might get some Equestria Girl movies and specials as well to fill out the time. So be really so it's going to be really intriguing on how they build to that moment. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they make the announcement that the 2017 movie is going to make its, Discovery Family premiere as well. I would not be surprised by that, just to help build up to this finale itself. So it's going to be really interesting. Again, I don't know what they're gonna do to, what they're going to do to, build towards this moment on October 12th. But I am really, really looking forward. I'm really, really looking forward to this finale as a whole. I really am. I'm looking forward to what they got in store as far as October 12th is concerned. Like I said, I'm going to be really intrigued in what they have in store for the 12th to help build to the finale. Whether or not they're going to whether or not they're going to air all of season 9, which would make sense to help kind of get people up to speed before the finale, or whether or not they're going to just air the best of MLP FIM, like the finales of other seasons, maybe even the 2017 movie. Who knows? But it's going to be really intriguing, and I can't wait to, like I said, see what they got in store. Hold on for a second. Like I said, I can't wait to see what they have in store when we get to that moment, to that day. Again, we know that they got the behind-the-scenes special the day before, and we do know that they will have the finale the day after. Now, here's what's interesting about this. Just because it might show Pacific time-wise, at 5 o'clock, doesn't mean it probably won't get replayed later on, like maybe even afterwards, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, maybe 8. So at least those that don't see it initially can see it. But then again, that's where DVR comes into play. And I'm sure a lot of people will set the DVRs to that. I mean, I know I will. But anyway, this is going to be really interesting, really intriguing as we get to this moment. It's going to be, and I know I say that a lot here, but I'm just really looking forward to what they have in store come the 12th. And I know I'm not the only one. But let me know what you guys all think. What are your thoughts on the announcement that the final 3 episodes are going to be compiled together on Discovery Family on the 12th as a primetime finale, movie finale for the series? What are your thoughts about that? How do you think they might build up to it on that day? What are your thoughts overall about the special that's coming? Stuff like that. What are your overall thoughts? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. I got to get ready to clock into work in a bit, but let me know down below. And I'll talk to you all later. Thank you all for watching, and watch out for those premieres starting in just a bit. And I'm out.